This is Morbid Trail, Coffs Harbour. We're nowhere near halfway, and daylight is certainly not going to stick around and wait for us. Nick's straddling a washed out track with recovery gear still hanging from the blacksmith tyre bag, knowing full well it's about to be out in the dirt again very soon. That's something we love about these blacksmith wheel bags. We can attach the recovery gear to it, so it's right there, easy to access.
So that feels pretty light on the front end.
What's that?
That feels pretty light on the front end.
I know. It's very light over there. I mean, try and go back and come across a bit, but...
Yep.
This is another long rocky climb, and Nick struggles without the front locker. With it on though, he's moving the big GU forward again, but not without some sliding around. These rocks are super greasy, and momentum is key if you want to drive it. With no substantial winch anchors around, Nick's also thinking about stopping with enough distance should the defender need to winch. So after a few more wheel lifts and one final step up, Nick's on relatively flat ground, able to come to a stop.
Baby! It's getting dark real quick.
Well, daylight is completely gone.
Obviously the Defender has the centre diff lock, but without the manual locking front and rear diffs or any kind of traction control, this is going to be a big ask given the tall gearing. As you can see, even dropping at 35 below the seal still isn't going to be enough. So the boys throw a couple of max tracks down to try and fill the hole a little.
Pretty big hole, isn't it?
Righto.
I just spat him out. The winch.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to snap an axle pushing this thing any further, so it's time for the winch once more.
We're not quite long enough. We'll have enough length.
Everyone good?
Yeah, mate.
Righto, Mark. Up on tugger.
Alright, we've got two who are seriously lacking. I thought I might have stuffed up by coming too far up the hill. We've got two, here he goes now, two
You're good there, Angus.
tree trunk protectors, Marco's full winch line, got a little bit left on the drum, and a 10-metre extension.
Righto,
Hopefully he doesn't pull me down. We're getting there. taken two of the tree trunk tree trunk protectors out, so we're getting closer. Last stage now, all the straps are gone, just the winch line. Hopefully we can get Marco up to where he can go from his own steam, because I've got another section straight in front of me. I can't drive any further forward to give him room.
Well, that was an effort. Probably winched, what, 50 metres maybe? Had the winch line completely out. Pretty well every strap well, without going crazy, every strap we had to get to here, halfway up a hill. How far along track are we, Mark?
You're all in it?
Last time I looked at the HEMA, we were 2/3.
Yeah, right.
So that was definitely at the bottom of this hill.
That's better than I thought. I thought maybe an 1/8.
Yep, no, we're well into it.
Yeah, it's slow going, winching up the whole way.
Yep.
First bit of panel damage. The old ladder on the side. A little bit of remodelling on that. But you've got to smash a few eggs to make an omelette. Couple options with this one. First part, no option. Second part is a left and a right. Angus is going to send, I'll put the locker on for this. Angus is going to send me to the left, I think.
This one's easily the gnarliest climb yet, and as Nick said, there's a few options here, all of which have big holes that will require just the right tyre placement and momentum, or he'll be on the end of a winch line as well.
It's a tough one because if Mark gets to here, I need him to move then.
Yeah, I think go more.
Go more?
Yeah.
Get to where we are and we'll reposition.
Righto, follow the ruts was the order.
The front of the patrol starts to show just how steep it's getting. The wheels are barely even touching the ground. The track bottles back down to a single option here, where it brings Nick close to an embankment as he slips around.
I just come back a bit. One more guy.
You're nearly up there.
Once you get up that last little bit, you should be alright. You just got to watch out for the wall.
Yeah, baby.
You're clear in front of you. You sort of have to go a little bit left to move out for a rock. Other way.
Is that just spinning all four?
Yeah, it's got no traction.
Yeah, winch out.
For the first time, Nick's forced to run the winch. Angus is hot on it, heads for the trees.
I reckon I crunched the side of my driver's side door.
As far as perfect anchor points go, Angus is onto a beauty. But if I was to criticise, it's going to pull the patrol into the bank rather than away from it.
You can get yourself a meter or something, and we'll reposition.
Crunching my...
Front wheel's off the ground there, Nick.
Just going to assess the situation here and have a look.
You sort of sandwiched in, yeah. But I mean, if you can't get up here, then we're in a bit of a spot. Thinking Nick maybe leave you here as an anchor point.
Yeah, I don't mind that idea.
Down there, son. Once you're up there, pretty far.
I'm going to need a re-hook up for a tree.
Yeah.
That was going to pull me back down.
Yeah.
Still at 18 psi, I finally decide to lower my tyre pressures to help the cause. I'm pretty certain I won't make it anywhere near the patrol, but there's only one way to find out. Get in and start driving. I'm hoping the maxis can help me a bit before pulling the winch out again. There's still an awful lot of hill to climb to be winching this low. After a couple of attempts, the Max Tracks work a treat and are up out of the rut. As the rear drops into the rut, it stops me in my tracks, and it's back down we go to give it another shot. It's a poor choice of line, to be honest, but from here, the winch is just going to be the easiest option.
Oh, it's winch off something.
And once again, it's a long way from where Nick got to, so it's going to involve a few separate pulls. Angus throws a soft shackle onto the 3 metre static rope, and we have our winching point. The Max Tracks recovery gear gives you just about all the options you're going to need, with soft shackles, static or kinetic ropes, and winch extensions. And being the highest quality you can get, you know you're in pretty darn safe hands. The winch is already pulling me off track, so a reposition is definitely going to be needed.
No, I don't think you can use that anymore. Have you got your foot on the brake? It's going to come over. Time's certainly got away from us now. Looks like it's going to start to get dark. Doesn't look like we're any closer to getting off the track. And doesn't look like the swag laying ability is going to be too flash either.
Angus finds another option and throws the rope around an old stump. It's in a great spot, but he's not real confident that it's going to hang on. In the meantime, Nick's headed into the bush to find a big tree, something Angus was a little bit hesitant to do after an earlier leech sighting. But after a bit of a pep talk from Nick, Angus had his confidence back and he was back crawling through the thick brush.
It's turning into a bit of a saga, actually. It's getting dark real quick. But yeah, we're getting there slowly. We need to anchor my patrol before we start winching up here. Testing out this MaxTrax gear though, standing up to it nicely at the moment. Just winch in a little bit. All right, it's head torches. That's engaged. Head torches now. We got me over top of that little ridge. Marco has a sore leg. He's standing on the brake for too long. Are you going to hook me onto the...
Yeah. We just need another metre here.
Has Mark got more length on that down there?
4 wraps.
Oh, I'll leave that there. I'll come back a bit. Right, lights are on. Yeah, this could be interesting. All good, Brod? I've got to re-hook myself back up to this tree, which really isn't on an ideal location. Mark's anchoring off me.
Right, what are we thinking?
Yeah, we'll just go easy. Mark, are you on channel?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, if you can, just let the winch do the work, because I'm on a shit angle for this pull, but I've got my winch on tight. Just go nice and easy.
Right, winch in.
We'll get it.
It's really getting tough now. Nick needs to winch over his next obstacle. I'm stuck hard on the brakes, and the boys are moving winch lines back and forth with no light other than the head torches.
I don't know if you're going to be able to get right back to behind me and stop there, Mark. What do you think? Because I'll have to eventually start moving forward.
I reckon where I am, I can maybe hold it, and then we get you up further. That way I can kind of winch off where you're winching from.
Yep.
We're going to try and get you up here.
Yep, try and unhook the winch. Get me over that crest there.
Yep.
And then he'll either winch off the tree or me. One of the two.
Righto.
Winching out. Alright, I'm going to try and drive this. Mark is stuck in his car. Slippery. I don't know, we might need a winch again. I can't really see what's happening out there.
After pulling the winch in, Nick tries driving it again, but it's just too slippery and he's making no progress. So Angus is back to pulling the line out for more winch work.
It's definitely a game changer when you've got no lights around. Everything looks a lot more difficult, because it is a lot more difficult. And bloody spiky bushes in there too, hooking Mark up. Not ideal.
Well, daylight is completely gone. We're now trying to work out if we can find a tree to get Nick's car up.
Nick, hop on tugger. You ready, mate?
Good to go. Reckon I'll get that. Yeah. Woo! That's a good thing. It's a very good thing.
Right on.
Righto, Marco. I think we need to get you up to where I was now.
Hopefully this is the last pull. Get Marco the last bit.
You can just quickly hook me up. Marco can't stand on the brake too much longer.
I'll do it.
Oh, he's completely in the bush, getting scratched. It's just hooking up my winch so then I can winch in a little bit. Then Marco can, he's getting a bad foot sore as from stepping on the brake for too long. Marco, you can probably take some tension now.
Yep, copy that.
It's hard to see where he is in the ruts. As long as the yellow lights stay on the top,
That's a good sign.
that'll be what we're hoping for. On the back of the patrol here, which is winched to a tree, and now winching all the way down to there. Little Marco, you can see the specks of light in the distance, is now winching up. Well, we've just spent the last hour trying to get Nick's car up. You're free, Nick.
I'm now within reach of the same anchor point Nick was just on. So with one last pull, I should be on flat ground again for the first time in hours. We thought between the two vehicles we had everything we need, but the winch extension had been a problem. Next time, there's going to be a few more of these coming along with us.
Nice, Marco. Can you drive out of that? You got another meter of winch if you want it.
I'll use that.
Yeah, take it. Yeah, nice.
That was pretty epic fun in the dark.
The dark definitely makes it harder.
It's a new challenge, you can't see anything.
How's the old brake foot, Marco?
Oh, the leg, she's pumped. Far out. Yeah, if that wasn't hard enough during the day.
Winch up a little bit.
Gear's going pretty good actually.
Yeah.
No complaints there.
No, it's good. It's nice. The shackle's a good amount.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We don't have any
Any
less.
less.
I've got Marco up the steep part. Have a mosey on forward. And if it gets any worse, we'll have to find some flat ground.
Have a bit of a camp.
I think so.
A quick scout ahead by the boys and they've found the perfect spot to camp for the night. The only problem is there's another steep hill between us and a perfect campsite.
That's a decent step.
Yep.
Oh, it's almost a metre going by the metric system.
Quite frankly, I'm ready to throw the swag down right on the track and call it a night. But after a silent vote, we keep on moving.
That winch.
Nick's not stuffing around here. It's steep and slippery, and after a couple of attempts, he's on the winch. As Nick drives over the crest, I'm coming close behind. If I'm not quick here, Nick might start getting into the fridge before us all.
Winch him in. Alright, let me get out of here. here.
Finally, we're at camp. It's late, and all we want to do is sit down with a warm fire and a cold drink. Tomorrow, well, we've got to drive down somehow.
Finally, to the top of the last one. In the dark.
A lot of winching. Prepare to stop and whatever they tell us.
That's halfway.
That was a mission. Time to sit down and have a beer, set up a swag or two, assess the damage. But yeah,
First things first.
there was some serious, thanks mate. There was some serious recoveries on that.
Big boy times.
A few bullions for the boys.
For the boys. We've earned this one.